What is up, guys? Tony here from Geekly Games, and today we have some Examon to talk about here. For the 2.5 release, there's BT20 Deck. I believe this is all BT20 cards. Yes, everything BT20 you need here. Examon is pretty much back in the game. Some of the we do have some oldies in here from the extension set, but other than that, the only thing you really need to keep is Dracos, if you have these guys from Structure Deck 8. And I've kept one of each one of these in here just to round out, the 8 new Corgemons we got. So we just filled in the 2 old ones here, round out the 10 level 4s. Basically, you don't need any of the old cards, especially the level 5s. These level 5s are completely busted for what they can do. They pretty much have the same alternate effects here as like Windramon here at the end of your turn. However, it is an all turns because we do have Blasting A capabilities, so there is no room for the old Windramons and the Groundramon. So if you do have those foils, I probably just get rid of them, which are the box topper versions of these. They're going for a fair price right now, and people are still trying to tech them in, whatever. But these ones just is infinitely better in my opinion, and I've confirmed it with like at least 2 to 3 Examon players that are playing the deck. These are just 100% better. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you've done so already, and let's go through the card by card for Examon. So we are running the Baby Dramon. This is basically the egg for the deck. When attacking this, Digimon has Draco, Examon, and text draw card. So basically, any point in time you're pushing out with your line, you're just going to start drawing cards, which one per turn is fine. If you're able to DNA on your turn, even after activating Sage, you get a whole reuse of it again and draw another card. Then we got a little Draco right here, sitting up in the tree. Very cute art, by the way. Digimon's over the egg for 0. Otherwise, it is a red. So you kind of, if you are going to play with this card, you kind of actually have to have the egg names for this, because otherwise you're just not be able to Digivolve at all because it's a red. So starting your main phase by trashing 1 card with Draco, Examon, and its text in your hand, draw 1 card and gain a memory. So that's actually pretty neat. Inheritable wise, plus 2,000. Your stack's gonna be pretty big anyway, but that whole start in the main phase is pretty good. You get a couple of these out in the field, drawing cards, gaining X memory from nowhere. Even if they have a memory blocker, cool. They can't stop the draw, so get that going for you. Then we have Old Draco from Structure Deck 8. It is a searcher for an on-play. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon with Dramon in its name from among them, and put the rest at the bottom. This, however, does not find you Examon. So if you do not need Examon, you just need to find the Dramons, which is basically, all your level 5s and 6s. That's about it. So this isn't going to find you Corgemon. Actually, no, I can find you every Corgemon that has Dramon in it. So this can find you every level 3, 4, 5, and 6, but it cannot find Examon. So do not play this if you're looking for Examon, because you will whiff. 3 cards may not seem a lot, but, I've seen it, and I've done it sometimes. When I used to play the old version, I play this, I've seen 2 of them, 2 Examons, and that's 2 of 4. And you don't know if they're in security or not, so there's a drawback of this, but a very good searcher indeed, and must. And then we have the EX3 Draco here, with an also on play and Evo in the back for 0 if you are using the appropriate egg. Otherwise, it is actually an Evo for a 1 on a level 2 green or blue Digimon. Reveal top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 green card or blue card with Dramon in its name, and 1 card the Examon. So this is the one you want to find Examon with, or just generically anything in the deck, and then put the rest at the bottom. Heritable all turns effect is when one of your Digimon with a Dramon or Examon in name becomes suspended, this Digimon gains plus 1,000 for the turn. There are multiple reasons how you can unsuspend, especially with the old Examon, but we're not playing here. But still, we are able to unsuspend nonetheless, so you can gain an easy plus 1,000 and unsuspend back. And obviously, if you have this inheritable plus this one, that's 3,000 on your turn. And then we're just running, of the Corgemon line, we have 1 EX3 one here, and for the green one, basically this one has blocker, and this one has evade, and also in its text boxes. So, you can use, if you have this in the source and you're able to DNA, yes, this also has evade, but once you use the evade on this once, and you have the evade in inheritables, you have double evade. Cool. Blocker kind of, You're not going to be able to use blocker twice because this has a blocker on it, but if you're able to get the evade on this, and if you want to run more copies of this card, you get more stats of evade. So, new Corgimon here has jamming on its face value. So as soon as you come out of the racing, you can swing with this card if you want to get some chip damage in. But at your turn, when any of your green Digimon with a Dramon or Examon in their text are played, this Digimon may Digivolve to Winged Dramon in the hand with the Devolution cost reduced by 2. So already we're going to look at Winged Dramon here, and it's a cost of 3, so a 1 cost Evo. For just slamming down a Dracomon or an Examon card in text. So basically you can hard play a level 5, especially with this option right here, and immediately go into your Winged Dramon for 1, and then you're set up ready to go. Now with the all turns, you can't trigger, Slayer Dramon Examon for a DNA. You can't just go right into it because we just don't have those cards. But somehow, if you're able to retain turn, you can then just DNA going right into Examon here, because level 5s here basically is treated as Slayer Dramon, and the Ground Dramon is treated as a Break Dramon. So you can still do that. And then for the, we already went to talk about old Corgimon. So this one here too basically is the same thing as Corja. So both of them, just being 2 different colors, they do the exact same thing. Plus 2,000 inheritable and plus 2,000 inheritable. Rangermon and Breakermon kind of have the same lure on play when Digivolving. So we're just going to talk about this part right here. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6 on D2 less on Evo or on play. It's really nice to just snipe somebody out, especially able to play the stuff off for free or reduce cost. And then the on play when Digivolving in this is suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend. Very green-like fashion right there. All turns effect here is when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, you trash their top security, also green faction. And then this gets plus security because that's a red thing to do. Then also blue if you can consider, where Garurumon also has that inheritable as well. For the Slayers and Breaks, we are running 1 Slayer Dramon right here of the 2 new ones. This card is actually just still good in my opinion. You probably could just run this over the new one, but we're incorporating the new one because the new one has other things it can do. But the alternates here, when this Digimon becomes suspended, you may unsuspend it. The start of the opponent's main phase, and when I was playing Marcus against this, I completely forgot that this was a thing. So, you may suspend one of your Digimon with Dramon or Examon in name to force your opponent to attack. It is an immediate taunt on their turn, which is really nice, because as soon as I hatch my egg, he's just like, hold up, wait a minute, my turn. Use this effect. I'm like, what? So, and basically with the hand evolution of Blast DNA, this card is actually perfect. However, how many copies you want to actually run with this card, though, is up to you, but we are including 1 here, and we do have 2 of the other one right here. And heritable-wise, this has it too, so if you're able to have this in the source, whatever, you have Examon in your field, you're basically, every time it's their turn, whatever, you're forcing them to do something they don't want to do. New Slayer Dramon. This has Piercing. Evos for 3 over a Winged Dramon or a Ground Dramon. On play when Digivolving, trash any 3 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon, then delete one of their Digimon without any evolution cards. We've seen this in a bunch of other cards, which is really, really nice. Trash any 3. Aces exist now, so get rid of all the important stuff, gut them out, make them completely useless, and if it's all gone, cool, pop it. If not, pop the other thing that's on the field that's got just been on played for whatever. Then the alternates effect here is whenever your opponent's security stack is removed from one of your Digimon with Dramon, Examon, and its text, you may unsuspend. Oh, one of your Digimon. I'm reading. I'm trying to read the small part here, and I could just read. Sorry, the big part here somewhere. But yeah, anytime security is removed, just unsuspend. That's kind of okay, but it does come up. Alternate here is whenever your Digimon with Dramon, Draco, or Examon in text would leave the battle area other than battle by suspending this Digimon, they don't leave. Yeah. So when your big stack would go, and if you had something else on the field, you could just suspend that. Cool, I don't leave. So more ways to keep your level 7 in check. Now for the Break Dramons. Having obviously one in here as well, because I do like the inheritable this able is to do. Has two all turns effects here you can do simultaneously. Evolves over for ground and Winged Digimon for 3 as well. When this Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That's alright. All turns. Whenever your Digimon with the Dramon or Examon in their names deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, trash their top security. Also has this as an inheritable, does the same exact thing. So basically, you just have more reasons to, I'm going to delete this and trash X security. End the game pretty quickly. Get those options that could potentially hurt you, and just win the game. New Break Dramon also. Ground Dramon, Wing Dramon, cost of 3 to Evo, has blocker and face value. On play and when Digivolving, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then one of your Digimon may attack. Has to be a Digimon that is unsummoned sick, so is able to attack naturally. So when you do pass turn, you basically have Blitz. All turns once per turn. When any of your Digimon with a Dracomon or Examon in their text delete your opponent's Digimon in battle, delete one of their suspended Digimon or Tamers. So if you're able to preemptively get their Tamers suspended, if they have sources under them like Crossheart or Hybrid, you're able to snipe those pesky little Tamers. Sniping Digimon is also okay too, but you know, Tamer hate is always a plus, especially with this set coming out. There's just a lot more Tamer shenanigans going around, so this is perfect for the meta right now. Then you have the all turns effect here is when any of your Digimon with a Drake Dramon or Examon in their text delete your opponent's Digimon in battle, delete one of the suspended Digimon or Tamer. So basically it has its top half, the all turns, right bound to the inheritable for your Examon to also use. And then speaking of Examon, we have the beautiful, we're never going to have 4 copies of this card, the SP version of it. Love the rainbow. I think the rainbow sells really, really nice. Let me know in the comments below of what you think of this card art. If you got any, you know, also do let me know. Make me jealous if you must. Anything like that. So anyway, DNA and Digivolving, you can do it on your turn if you have the memory to do so, or otherwise you have the hand counter ability to blast DNA with a Break Dramon and or Slayer Dramon if you have one on the field and the other in your hand. So, Raid, Piercing, Blocker, and Evade. Holy crap. 4 red text boxes, and yeah, perfect for the deck. When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolve, return all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP to the bottom of the deck. So if they have 2 level 6s that match, guess what, they're gone. Miss that. But other than that, it's just going to take one big giant problem child completely off the game. All turns once per turn. When any of your Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend. Just basically like the old Examon, it did that too. Every time it's suspended, you can unsuspend back. So basically, just as a short version of that. And we have the overflow for Neg 5. This card is absolutely insane for what it can do. I do love the Blasting part because it is now up in the line with Mastamon and with, shoot, I forgot the other one. Ragnarlord, that's the other one. So this is the third, I think this is the third DNA mechanic we have that is Blast Evolution like this. So I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below if there is a 4th deck out there. I'm just not quite sure, but I believe this is the 3rd one. This card is absolutely insane, I think, and if you have the right inheritables in it, or you just have 2 semi-big stacks and able to DNA on your turn, you have a tower, and how do you lose the game? I don't know. I don't think you will. For the Tamers and options, we are running just 2 Davises here because this Davis for a play cost 4, which is kind of hefty, but if you ever have it in the beginning, you know, it's really good to have. Field top 3 cards deck, you may add 1 blue and green Digimon. Guess what? The entire deck is either red or blue, Christmas colors. So you're going to be pulling at least 2 cards most of the time. Other than that, you can hit all blue, you can hit all green. But with a bunch of, you know, dual coloring, typing, whatever, I believe, don't quote me on this, 8 out of 10 times, I think you'll be able to pull 2 cards off this. Then we have the Unleash the Dragon Gen 2-cost option card. For the main effect, you may play 1 Digimon with the Dracomon or Examon in its text from your hand for a play cost reduced by 3. Then you play this in the battle area. Insane. So, playing it for 2. You can just slap down a level 5 for 4? Yeah, 4 costs, if I did my math correctly. And then if you have one of these Gorgemons in the field, you can just Evo for 1. So, for 5 costs, you get level 5 slap down, do its on play effects, and one of your level 4s going right into a level 5, also getting their win digivolving effects. Somehow you keep turn, you go straight into DNA. And then the alternates effect here is when any of your Digimon with the Drakemon or Examon in their text would leave the battle area, delay. 2 of your Digimon may just DNA. So, you got 2 stacks on the field, like you just did now. Pass the turn over if it just passes. They go to try to get rid of one of those stacks, thinking like, oh yeah, if I get rid of this, they're not gonna be able to DNA. Wrong. This card just says, nope, we're gonna immediately DNA, waste your option if you try to remove it, or a Digimon effect, go straight into Examon and completely just wreck their day. Then we have the security effect here, is you may play one Digimon card with the Drakemon in its name from your hand or the trash without the cost, and then place this in the battle area. So basically, you're gonna get your little guys right here. Preferably these ones to reveal the top 4 if you're still looking for Examon at some point in time. Hit out of the security, and then the option card, you play this sucker down, and you do your search. But if you already have it, whatever, you're probably playing this guy out, so when it comes back to your turn, you get your start and main effect by trashing one card that you obviously don't need, and just getting a free memory off that, and drawing a card. Then for the boost, we have, I'm going to try to say this, Wishatira. I probably butchered that. But the new LM boosts we have here. So this one is the blue one, but red also meets these requirements. If we're looking at the top 3 cards of your deck, you may pull one blue and or red card, which is primarily the entire deck, and then gain 2 memory off delay. And we do have 2 Jades in here that also requires blue. If you have a blue, you can just play this because blue is also a requirement for it. Fill top 3 cards, pull a green or blue card. So we have 6 option cards that search literally the entire deck. So I love the Jades. I love this card. I'm not going to try to pronounce it again. But they did spoil that we also are getting the other options, the other Memboost options that search out all the other colors. I knew it was coming. I thought it would be a lot later, but it sounds like we're going to get it a lot sooner. I'm hoping around like mid-April. I don't know if they gave a date on it. Let me know in the comments below about that if you actually do know when the date of the new LM cards are coming out for the Moon Boost. Because basically, once we get those, we have those and these ones. There's pretty much no use unless you're having a solid colored deck to run any of the other normal Memboosts we have. Basically, these kind of rotate in, they get rotated out. And that's why they're dirt cheap right now. So if you want to try to get some of their old darts, whatever, of the Memboosts we have, I'd probably go pick them up, or you can just wait because they'll probably get a lot cheaper. So if you're looking to master set, there you go right there. But this is my take on the Examon deck profile here. Next video I put out, maybe the gameplay version of this. I do have to do some testing on it because I don't want to just do it raw and not know what I'm doing. I think, like I said in the last video, I gotta get the rust off and get right back into it. So let me know in the comments below if you guys think this deck profile is good enough as it is. If you are already playing this deck, you obviously can post in the comments down below what your deck profile is. I am no stranger to taking advice from others. You don't have to be nasty about how deck profiles I'm doing here, but I am always open to opinions, discussion down below of what you think should be in the deck and what should not be in the deck. So be sure to like, comment. Excuse me, tongue twist. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is Tony from Geek Games, and signing off.